to the 8th video of Principal Sheep. Before we start, please like and subscribe. Today, we will be learning about indices and surds. Do you know the answer to this? Well, this is how you solve it. If you see, for example, 2 cubed times 2 to the power of 4, you have to add these the powers together instead of multiplying them. And this is the formula. So this would be 2 to the power of 7. And if you divide it, you wouldn't divide the actual 2 powers. You would take away the amount of powers in the second number from the first number. So for this example, it would be 3 to the power of 2. And if there is a bracket and a power outside of it, then you can multiply them. So for this example, it would be 4 to the power of 6. And if you see a fraction as the power of a number, don't panic. It just means that it is the root of that. So for this example, it would be 5 cube root. And if there is a number on top of the fraction, for example, 2 over 3, then it just means that bottom would obviously, again, be the root, but the top number would be the power of the number inside of it. So for this example, it went to the power of 2 cube rooted. And if the power is 0, then it doesn't mean the number is 0. It means that the number becomes 1. Unless the number that is to the power of 0 is 0. If it's 0, then it is undefined. And these are the surds. If you have a root and a root multiplied together, you don't have to find the root of both of them. If they are the same number, then it just becomes a number inside. For this example, it would be 3. If you have to add 2 roots together and they have the same number inside, and they have a number in front of the power, that means that there is 2 root 3's and 3 root 3's. If you add them together, you have to think of them as x's. So if you add 2x and add 3x, then it would obviously be 5x. So you have to think of these as x. So it would be 5 root 3. And there's brackets around a rooted number that has a number in front of it, then you have to do it to both of them. So for this example, it would be 2 to the power of 2 and then root 3 to the power of 2. 2 to the power of 2 is 4, and as I said before, if a rooted number is multiplied by itself, then it will become the number inside. So the answer would be 4 times 3, and 4 times 3 is 12. And if you're multiplying them, then you also have to think of it as x. So this rooted number would be squared, and you would have to just multiply the first 2 numbers in the numbers. So it would be 2 times 3, and then root 3 squared, which is 6 times the root 3 squared. But root 3 squared would just be 3, as I told you before, because if it's squared, it would be times by itself. So then it would be 3. And 6 times 3 is 18. And for this example, there's 3, but don't panic. 2 of them are used for this. So then it would be 3 times root 3. And for numbers like root 3, you don't have to use, most of the time, you won't have to put them through a calculator. So you can just write them as 3 root 3. And that is it for today's video. Please like and subscribe if you learned something new. 3, 2, 1.